Welcome back here to Coach Richard Madden Basketball Court on the campus of White Plains High School, where the Wildcats will look to maintain their position in the area play as they will take on area foe Cleburne County, the Tigers in town. The Wildcats won the earlier meeting up in Heflin back just the week before Christmas in a convincing fashion on the road in Heflin. They took down the Cleburne County Tigers, but of course that was an early season game for Cleburne County as they hadn't been playing or practicing very long because of football season, and the Wildcats probably with a little tougher task tonight to find out about tonight's matchup and what to look for. Colton Howard down with head coach Chris Randall. Colton?
Coach, you guys handled Cleburne County pretty well the first time you played them. What's some of the things y'all like?
Well, like the way we play fast in the second half. We really got to our transition game pretty good, and we finished at the rim. Murphy was big in that game along with Lawrence Jackson. We didn't do a very good job of keeping the ball in front of us. Colton, we got to do a better job of that last night or the last time we played Heflin, so looking for a better effort defensively.
Yeah, just talking about that, what's some things you want to do better?
Well, we got a box out, and we've been really, really working on live ball turnovers on offense. 0 live ball turnovers and good shot selection. We need to get Jared shooting the ball a little bit better, and if we play fast, we don't turn it over, we like our chances.
Best of luck to y'all, Coach.
Thanks, Colton.
All right, that's Colton Howard with head coach Chris Randall. His Wildcats won it easily earlier in December against this Tiger team, but they've had a few more games under their belt now and a chance to get a little more basketball shape going, so it'll be interesting to see how it turns out tonight, Jason.
Very athletic team this Cleburne County Tigers team is. You see they got a lot of size, a lot of talent on the floor. Jeremiah Blake leads the team. We've got a couple good shooters and some post players as well. Joshua Brown and Deshaun Henson, the junior, running back on the football team. He led them in scoring that last time against Heflin. Lost by 21 to White Plains on their floor, and they look to come here to Richard Madden tonight and play a little bit better than they did.
Yeah, I look for that to happen here. And, of course, this is a very important game. Your White Plains, you're 2-0 in area play. You want to move to 3-0, especially with Sachs coming into town on Friday night, and what a big basketball game that'll be. But you can't look too far ahead. You've got to be ready to play tonight. This one matters just as much as the Sachs game does on Friday night.
Most certainly, and it's on your home floor. You got to protect your home court, especially in area games. Like you said, 2-0 in the area. Need to go up 3-0 here in a tough matchup with Sachs Friday.
That'll be on FNN, of course, as are all of the White Plains games. We'll be back with more of our pregame report coming up. It's FNN, the Friday Night Network.
J.F. Morgan General Contractor in Anniston is one of the area's leading commercial builders. Whether it's a landmark restaurant, sports stadium and facilities, school or church project, large industrial sites, or community-oriented service facilities, look around and you'll see our work everywhere. From start to finish at J.F. Morgan General Contractor, trust is just one of the things we build well. Located at 1110 Jones Road in Anniston, J.F. Morgan General Contractor.
We build things that work the way you wish they would. Like a front-end loader you can detach from your seat. Or a mower deck you just drive over and cut through knee-deep grass no problem. Yep, we thought the same thing you did. That's why we build them this way. That's how we run. Nothing runs like a deer.
Serving Calhoun County for over 30 years, Crawford Office Supply offers selection, convenience, and low prices. Choose from a wide variety of office furnishings featured in their huge showroom. With savings of 50 to 70% off scratch and dent items. You'll find it all from pens and paper to janitorial supplies at Crawford Office Supply, including on-site printing, all backed up by unmatched personal service and free delivery to local business. Crawford Office Supply, 301 South Layton Avenue in Anniston. Remember, buy local, it matters.
Oops, had a fender bender? Have them tow it or take it yourself to Wesley's Paint and Body. Baker Reynolds and his guys have been this area's go-to team for quality automotive body repair and paint work for years. All makes and models, foreign or domestic. They take them crashed and make them look like new. And with Wesley's larger new facility, including 2 full-size paint booths, they can get you fixed up fast. Always free estimates, best price on repair work, insurance claims welcomed, and service with a smile. That's Wesley's Paint and Body, Highway 78 East in Anniston. Step into the offices of J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA, where you'll find professional one-on-one service for business and individual clients. In this ever-changing tax and economic climate, you can count on receiving the expert advice you need. J. Britt Middlebrook works hard to provide every client what they need to meet all deadlines. Tax season will be here soon. For all your accounting service needs, call or stop by at 1913 Berry Street in Oxford. That's J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA.
Since 1848, our bank has witnessed inventions that have changed the world. Conveniences such as the refrigerator, the light bulb, and the airplane were all created during the early days of our bank. VHS tapes, DVDs, smartphones, all invented while we were First National Bank of Talladega. Our name may have changed, but we have a rich history. First Bank of Alabama. We're still first, and so are you.
Welcome back here to White Plains High School, where the Wildcats getting set to take on the Cleburne County Tigers in an Area 8 matchup. And another big matchup going on between the Sacs Wildcats and the Jacksonville Golden Eagles, and a little bit of a surprise in that one so far.
Horton with 17 points in the first half. Still 3 minutes to play there. Sacs trails Jacksonville 29-14. So a lot of good area matchups going on here first Tuesday in December.
No question about that. Another game going on down on the plains in the collegiate level. It's South Carolina still leading Auburn by 8, 74-62, with 3:36 to go in the basketball game. South Carolina undefeated and ranked 22nd in the country, and looking to stay that way tonight against the Auburn Tigers in what's been a good basketball game down there. Of course, Tigers lost by 21 earlier. Wildcats will again be without Michael Scott McGurk, as he has got a virus and is sick. And Coach said last night expected him to miss several games this week.
Yeah.
Probably will try to have him rested and back for Friday night, you would think.
Probably so. Hopefully he'll be back then, because, you know, the team really needs him on the floor. He brings so much to the team, to the what he does, outside shooting, ability to get the offensive rebound, defensive rebounds, defensively guards the post. So he's a big asset. But last night the team played well. A lot of production off the bench. Jackson Guthrie, Quez Wyatt had 7 points off the bench last night. Had a big game, played a lot of minutes in the absence of McGurk. Macy Carr had a big game. The Carr brothers, 14 for Macy and 13 for Kevin, had a good night. Eli Hightower hitting 3 threes last night.
Yeah, his shooting touches really come in to play in the last few weeks. Had a great week down in Florida for the Wildcats, and he continued that trend last night, as we're just about set for our national anthem here tonight. And then we'll have the starting lineups, and we'll be ready to play basketball here. White Plains and Cleburne County getting ready to do battle here at Coach Richard Madden Basketball Court here at White Plains High School. And now time for our starting lineups here tonight between the Cleburne County Tigers and the White Plains Wildcats. Your starting 5 on the floor for the Tigers. Noah Ware will start tonight for Cleburne County. Also number 23 is Jeremiah Blake. Number 30 tonight for the Tigers is Jacob Lee. Number 32 tonight for Cleburne County is Stayshawn Henson. And number 44, John Robinson, the big fella inside for the Tigers. Now let's meet the White Plains Wildcats.
Number 3, junior, Jerry Guthrie. Number 4, junior, Peyton Morgan.
Number 5, junior, Dylan Mackery.
Number 10, senior, Kevin Carr.
Number 11, senior, Eli Hightower.
Number 15, junior, Michael McGirt.
Number 21, junior, Jackson Guthrie.
Number 22, senior, Mark Williams White.
Number 23, senior, Lawrence Jackson.
Number 24, sophomore, Macy Carr.
Number 32, senior, Murphy Dawes.
Number 33, junior, Brett Beaver.
Brandon Cruz, assistant coach, 4th year.
I'm Chris Randall, head basketball coach. This is my 15th year.
We are White Plains.
And the starting lineup's completed here from White Plains. It'll be Kevin Carr along with Jared Guthrie, Eli Hightower, Lawrence Jackson, and Murphy Doss, the starting 5 on the floor tonight for the White Plains Wildcats. But we will see just about everybody throughout the course of this one tonight, as is the custom of Coach Randall and this Wildcats team. They're very deep. In fact, it was really the bench last night that had the most of the production. You had some early foul trouble out of the starters last night, so you saw a lot of play-in time for the bench players last night, and they did a great job against Piedmont.
Does nothing but strengthen your team, especially in area play and towards the end of the season.
Hightower will tip it away, but Cleburne County will come away with it. That will be Stayshawn Henson, who will work the ball back up the floor. He will find now Lee with it. Lee will drop it off for Ware. Noah Ware finds it over in the corner once again. Now here is Lee again, going to drive free throw line, drop it off. And that ball traveled and juggled there by Stayshawn Henson. Didn't catch it cleanly, so turnover by the Tigers. Wildcats will have it coming the other way.
Yeah, running before he got it there. Juggled it. Couldn't get control of it. First possession, White Plains.
Here's Guthrie, handed off outside. Hightower with the 3, and there.
Wow.
Boy, is he feeling it now, Jason.
He certainly is. The right time of the year to do so as well. Such a smooth stroke.
Tigers will go back to work. Henson with it. Goes baseline. Picks up the dribble. Comes back up top side now for Ware. Here's Lee with it another time. Jacob will spin in the lane. One-hander. Good. White Plains leads it 3-2 early on.
Good aggressive move by Lee.
Murphy Doss going to get it. Go baseline. Cut off. Bounce it back up. Hightower open. Another 3 for Hightower. Good.
Wow. Woo! Coach Randall may have to put a new net up at the half because Eli is burning it down, baby.
So here is Cleburne County back on the attack. Here's Jeremiah Blake inside, and you're going to have the blocking foul called on the Wildcats. And that'll be on Murphy. Doss picks up the early one here. Murphy got in foul trouble early on last night.
And not a good decision there. I thought he had time, Murphy did, to get set to draw that charge there. And, you know, like you said, didn't get to play much last night due to foul trouble.
So that'll put Blake on the line. He'll shoot 2 for the Tigers. Misses the first.
You know, Murphy started out hot at the beginning of the season. It's kind of cooled off here. Need him to really have a good second half of the season.
And, of course, Eli Hightower kind of took a while to get things going, but he really has now got the stroke going as both free throws missed by Blake. Carr comes out of there with a loose ball and finds Hightower, rifle it over to Guthrie. Here come the Wildcats. Lob it up to Jackson, lays it in for White Plains.
Beautiful pass by Jared, saw that coming. And Jackson, right place, right time. They had that combination going last night, too, on the lob.
Here's Doss. Kicked out back over to Henson now for the Tigers. Stayshawn will find it outside, and the ball knocked away from Robinson on the inside as Ware dropped it down low, but Robinson had it knocked away. Guthrie bounce pass down low for Jackson, gives it off to Doss, misses the layup. Robinson with a rebound for Cleburne County.
Good help defense that last trip down the floor by Kevin Carr, helping out on Robinson, but just couldn't get the bucket to fall on the other end for Doss. Rolled around the rim.
So Ware and company back to work. Henson will have it out near midcourt now for the Tigers. They're down by 6 early on in this one. And Knocked away from Robinson. He retrieves it, goes strong to the hoop, misses a shot. Lawrence Jackson will clear the rebound. Here comes Kevin Carr, almost loses the ball. Jackson will retrieve it, and White Plains will go on the attack. Hightower outside, little head fake, goes baseline, lays it up, misses the layup. Doss clears the rebound, and Doss has it knocked away, taken away out of his hands that time by Ware. The quick hands, Carr will commit the foul on the other end for White Plains.
3 players surrounded Doss when he got the rebound and brought it low enough where Henson could knock it out of his hands.
Chad Brown will check in. Jacob Lee will check out right now for Cleburne County. Inside, there is Blake outside. Look for a 3. He buries it from the right wing.
Call him hot sauce. Don't need him to get hot from the three-point line, that's for sure.
Cuts the lead in half. Kevin Carr and company back to work. Murphy Doss, 3-pointer from the corner, no good. Rebounded underneath by Brown and the Tigers. Saw Murphy have some big shots earlier in the season from that spot, but not able to hit it that time down. Lob it over Murphy's head. Robinson has it. He's going to be fouled underneath. Do they get Doss or do they get Lawrence Jackson? It looks like Lawrence Jackson. Yep, it'll be Lawrence's first personal. It will be the 3rd team foul now on White Plains, none so far for the Tigers.
I sense a little bit of lack of confidence in Murphy Doss right now, and all it's going to take is one of those outside shots to fall or a big rebound and a putback for him to get everything flowing back properly. But you can tell just a little bit of lack of confidence going on with number 32.
Robinson hits the first. He's got one more coming up for the Tigers. He does so, and that'll make it a 1-point game. Now going to check in the ball game with William Rice. So Will Rice into the ball game for the Tigers. Macy Carr will be checking in at the next stoppage for White Plains. They'll beat the pressure. Lawrence Jackson has it, working against Blake. Cut off, picks up the dribble, come back outside. Here is Guthrie in the lane. Drop it off outside for Hightower. Eli with 6 of the 8 points for the Wildcats so far. And now Kevin Carr hand it back off to Jared Guthrie, and White Plains will reset the offense. Gets a little screen help from Murphy. Inside, hop step, not there. Get it back outside. Here's Hightower, another 3 in there. Oh my goodness, is he hot to start this game.
3 for 3 from the three-point line, first quarter. We still got 4 minutes to play.
9 points for Eli Hightower. 9 of the 11 Wildcats points. Lob it in. Rice has it. Shot no good. Murphy Doss maybe gets away from one on the arm there. Kevin Carr out of control, finds Murphy Doss in the lane, blocked and travels before the shot. So it'll be a turnover for White Plains. And that should be our under 4, I believe. Let's see, and they will get that. So White Plains by 5 here early over the Cleburne County Tigers on FNN, the Friday Night Network.
J.F. Morgan General Contractor in Anniston is one of the area's leading commercial builders. Whether it's a landmark restaurant, sports stadium and facilities, school or church project, large industrial sites, or community-oriented service facilities, look around and you'll see our work everywhere. From start to finish at J.F. Morgan General Contractor, trust is just one of the things we build well. Located at 1110 Jones Road in Anniston, J.F. Morgan General Contractor.
Well, you got one of those insurance apps too? You know how this thing works?
No, sorry. Not an app, it's my agent.
In this moment,
no, I'm fine, thanks.
It's good to know you have a trusted, independent auto owner's insurance agent who's there when you need them.
Great. Man, I gotta get one of those.
Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people.
Calhoun Insurance in Oxford is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
White Plains. I'm going to interrupt Dog bragging on his free throw shooting ability.
Reminiscing.
76% back in the day.
76%. I actually think I shot better as a junior than I did as a senior.
Tigers with the basketball. They trail by 5. They'll go back to work against this White Plains defense. Into the ball game is Brock Swafford for the first time tonight. There's a pass thrown away. I believe it will be staying with the Tigers and say tipped by the Wildcats. And that'll be Ware who will inbound in the corner. Ball knocked away by Jared Guthrie on that inbounds attempt.
There's a young man that's playing with confidence. We saw him go through a spell where the shooting wasn't going. It affected his defense and everything else, the dribbling, the ball handling. And now everything has seemed to get in sync with Jared Guthrie.
Brown throws it away. It'll be Murphy Doss with the interception on that pass. Hightower working in the backcourt against Jeremiah Blake, and he will take it right back up the floor. Hightower kick it out. Macy Carr. That ball too strong on that three, and rebounded by Ware and the Tigers.
Eli, not normally called on to bring the ball up the floor, but done a pretty good job there.
Lob it over Rice, over the defense. Easy layup. He'll drop it in for the Tigers.
Big country is what they call him.
And the steal and the shot and the foul. And so it'll be Cleburne County going to the line now to shoot two. Jeremiah Blake with the steal. And that was the first personal on Eli Hightower. And Cleburne County with a chance to tie this one up at 11. Just over 3 to go here in the first quarter.
And Blake surprisingly, well, not surprising to us, but surprised the offense there with a quick steal. And man, what a receiver he is. I think the best receiver in all the area. Just one-on-one coverage with him, and you can forget it. He's going to go up and get it, and just very talented.
Misses the second, so White Plains maintains the lead by 1 over Cleburne County. Oh, yeah, outstanding receiver. Throw it anywhere near him, and he's going to make the catch. He made some I've seen him make unbelievable catches. Yeah. And we have a whistle, and we're going to get a foul.
To my knowledge, Grady, not too many college offers either, and I can't understand it.
I don't understand. He is a playmaker.
I'd have him on my team.
Absolutely.
To me, I think he'd be a perfect fit at JSU with the offense that they run.
I would agree with you. That first personal was on Brock Swafford, his first of the game, and the first on the Tigers tonight. Here's Macy Carr with the basketball for White Plains. Give it back off to Jared Guthrie. White Plains will set the offense. Started hot. They've gotten a little cold here in the late going of the quarter as the ball off of Lawrence Jackson and a turnover by the Wildcats. So Cleburne County with a chance to take their first lead of the night.
Yeah, Lawrence trying to make something happen. Just lost control of the ball. And we'll take a seat. Kevin Carr back in the game.
So back the other way. Swafford will work it up the floor for Cleburne County. Finds Brown. And Brown will hand it off outside as into the game for the first time tonight is Joshua Brown. Now Robinson back outside. Stayshawn Henson with a three. That's off the back of the iron. Over the back call coming against Robinson as he goes over the back on Murphy Doss.
Good position by Murphy Doss. You know, he's given up about 4 or 5 inches to Robinson, but got position, used that rear end to box him out. Robinson goes over the back.
Jacob Lee will check back in. Robinson will check out now for the Tigers. White Plains will have it. No pressure from Cleburne County this time in the backcourt. Kevin Carr will run the point right now for White Plains. Jared Guthrie will get a breather. Jackson Guthrie checks in the game for the first time this evening. Macy Carr with it now. Handed off to Hightower. Open for a three. That one's too strong. First miss of the night. Kept alive underneath by Carr. Out of bounds off of Cleburne County. White Plains will have another opportunity.
Kevin Carr working hard underneath.
Lob it in for Macy Carr. Double team there. Macy gonna fight his way to the basket off the glass, too strong, and the rebound underneath by Lee and the Tigers. They'll have another opportunity to claim the lead. Here is Lee with it outside for Cleburne County. Now he moves with it. And it gets in, and they're going to call the block and foul.
He might have shuffled that feet before the contact.
Macy Carr.
Yeah, they're going to get Macy.
Well, Murphy's been around that second foul.
Yeah, he sure
a couple
has.
of times.
Got away with a couple hacks. And
yeah. It'll be Henson back into the ball game. He will inbound along that baseline, gets it into Blake. Quick three is short. Carr skies for the rebound for White Plains, and the Wildcats will have it coming the other way. Here's Kevin Carr with it. Now handed out to Jackson Guthrie. Jackson will move with the basketball. Picks up the dribble, hand it to Macy Carr. Working against Henson. Inside, hop step. Around. Carr drops it in and gets the foul. What a move by Macy Carr.
I thought he was too deep underneath the basket. And found a way to shoot it high off the backboard. Backboard. You got me saying backboard. The glass.
The glass. Well, you know, back in the day, they were
said
wooden.
it now. I thought, what?
You know, back in the day, they were wooden, you know.
Yeah.
This is a free throw, does Macy Carr, so it'll stay a 3-point game for White Plains. And the throwaway that time. I think even back in my day, they were glass.
Yeah.
I think they've been glass for a while.
Now, Jim's day, they were wood. Yep. They still had the peach baskets up there.
I think they did, yeah. Plywood backing is what it was.
Him and Wooden were good buddies.
Yeah. Here's Guthrie working with the basketball. Outside shot for Kevin Carr. He knocks down a three.
Such a beautiful shot. Stroke there, that left-handed shot. Top of the key.
Push the lead back to 6 now for the Wildcats. Going for the steal was Kevin Carr. Didn't get it. There's Jackson Guthrie, though. He'll get a steal. Here comes White Plains. Guthrie bounced it and stolen by Blake. Got to watch him. He is quick, and he'll fire it ahead. That is Joshua Brown. Misses the layup, and the rebound by Macy Carr and the Wildcats. Carr will drop it back off to brother Kevin, and here he'll find Jared Guthrie outside. He'll put up a three. That's off the iron. No good. Lawrence Jackson keeps it alive. Jared saves it.
Oh, my goodness.
Over to Jackson Guthrie. Goes baseline.
Play of the game.
No. Push off. Foul before the shot.
That's the play of the game. Jared Guthrie diving for that loose ball, saving it inbounds. Wow, what a hustle play.
That foul is going to be on Jacob Lee. It was before the shot, so the basket doesn't count, and White Plains will have it on the offensive end of things, and out will be Joshua Brown. Jacob Lee commits that personal. Team fouls are at 4 for Cleburne County now and 5 for White Plains. 29 seconds to go. Opening quarter. Looking for the lob in for Macy Carr. He's got it. And he can get it back out to Guthrie. And Jared has it. Bounced it. Oh, nice feed to Jackson. Couldn't handle the pass. Guthrie gets it back, though. And Jared knocks down the jumper.
You get rewarded for your hustle play. Not only that, Grady, but the play before that on that fast break, he got in front of the man and caused him to alter his shot.
And there's a charge by Jeremiah Blake as Jackson Guthrie gets over and gets in position.
I tell you what, Miss Randall is going to have her hands full cooking these pan-full of brownies that they're going to have to dish out after the game.
Oh, that produces a hug right there. Coach Randall's ecstatic on that charge taken by Jared Guthrie, and White Plains will have 6.6 seconds to try to get another shot off. Here's Jared Guthrie inside, outside, no shot. Just got in too deep, nobody there to help. At the end of one, it's White Plains by 8 over Cleburne County on FNN, the Friday Night Network.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Don Hudson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly supports the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
Since 1848, our bank has witnessed inventions that have changed the world. Conveniences such as the refrigerator, the light bulb, and the airplane were all created during the early days of our bank. VHS tapes, DVDs, smartphones, all invented while we were First National Bank of Talladega. Our name may have changed, but we have a rich history. First Bank of Alabama. We're still first, and so are you.
Exciting first quarter in the books. White Plains up by 8 as we get set to start quarter number 2 here at Coach Richard Madden Basketball Court here at White Plains High School. Second consecutive home game of the week for White Plains.
Nothing excites a coach and the crowd more than hustle. I mean, you can hit a three-pointer or a dunk or something like that, but when you see a guy diving out of the bounds for a loose ball, it fires up everybody.
How about that shot by Murphy Doss?
Yes.
He gets it to fall.
Weaves his way through traffic, and that was just a will basket there. He was willing that thing all the way in. That's what you want to see. He's been struggling as of late. Needed that bucket.
Tigers now find themselves down by double digits, largest lead of the game for White Plains. Into Robinson, shoots over Murphy Doss, won't fall, and Jared Guthrie will clear the rebound. Ware back on him, and Guthrie will bring it up the floor for White Plains. Back over to Carr, outside little head fake, moves inside, double team, loses the ball. On the floor, Robinson will be a jump ball. Cleburne County will have it on the possession.
A lot of quick hands there as soon as the ball is on the floor being knocked out. Cleburne County playing much better than they did back in December, and we know they would. And just a 10-point game after one, it was It was a still close game there after the first quarter, but White Plains opened it up in the second quarter.
There's a steal by the Wildcats. Here comes Lawrence Jackson. Oh, great feed to Kevin Carr. Lays it in, and he will get the foul. That one's going to go against Deshaun Henson. Kevin Carr will have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
High off the glass once again.
That'll be the 16th foul on the Tigers. That is the first on Deshaun Henson, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor. White Plains up by 12 here on FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Step into the offices of J. Britt Middlebrook CPA, where you'll find professional one-on-one service for business and individual clients. In this ever-changing tax and economic climate, you can count on receiving the expert advice you need. J. Britt Middlebrook works hard to provide every client what they need to meet all deadlines. Tax season will be here soon. For all your accounting service needs, call or stop by at 1913 Berry Street in Oxford. That's J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA.
Tom Young.
After the 30-second Tiger timeout, it will be Kevin Carr at the line to try to complete the three-point play. Foul picked up that last play by Deshaun Henson. That was his second personal of the night. And the 16th foul on the Cleburne County Tigers. So White Plains will shoot free throws the rest of the second quarter on any Tiger foul. Carr takes his time, sets himself, puts up the free throw, rattles it home.
Big three-point play there for Carr. Extended out to 13.
Chad Brown going to drop it off now for Ware. Ware will head it to Lee, stolen by Lawrence Jackson. Lawrence with the basketball, fires it over to Kevin Carr off the glass, drops it in.
Beautiful dime there by LJ. The steal, hustle down the floor. You won't see that play in the paper tomorrow. I guarantee you Coach Randall will be talking about it.
Cleburne County had cut that lead to 11-10, and since then it has been all White Plains as they have pushed it all the way out. Now Cleburne County with a tip-in basket, and the Tigers cut it back to 25-12. Lawrence Jackson to Murphy Doss underneath, couldn't handle it cleanly, loses it. Out of bounds off of Murphy Doss. It'll be Cleburne County basketball.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was fixing to say. Put the ball on the floor there, and that allows them to knock the ball away. And you heard Coach Randall say, chin it. When you get it, don't put it on the floor. Chin it. Keep it up high.
Zig and Zag rescued by Chad Brown of the Tigers. Brown will drop it down for Robinson, working against Murphy Doss. And that's a charge as Robinson picks up the charge against Murphy Doss. That's another good job of taking the charge by the Cats.
I tell you what, when you take a charge against Big Country, you got to be tough as nails. Big Country standing about 6'6".
Oh, let me
270, I guess.
Yep. That was Rice who was in the ball game. He looks a lot like Big Country, about the same size.
Yeah.
Into Murphy Doss on the baseline, pump fake, fouled.
Yeah.
Second foul on Rice in the last couple of plays.
Murphy is getting beat up by Big Country right now. Whew.
And now you're going to have Marquez Wyatt checking in. John Robinson back in the game now for Cleburne County as Rice will have to have a seat. And at the line, Murphy Doss. And it'll be a two-shot opportunity, actually a 1-and-1 opportunity. Makes the first so he'll get the bonus. The lead at 14 right now for White Plains. They've extended it after having it drop down to 1. Now they have it up to 15 once again over the Cleburne County Tigers.
That may be what Murphy needed to get going. And it's not the two free throws there. It's the charge that he drew down here.
And there's a spin in the lane by Lee. Shot won't go. Kevin Carr will clear the rebound for White Plains. Fired ahead to Jared Guthrie. Runs the floor. Finger roll lay in.
Beautiful pass there by Carr. Guthrie running down the floor. A little loop-de-loo shot there by Jared.
Largest lead of the game for White Plains right now. And Jared Guthrie with a steal. Here come the Wildcats again. Guthrie going to drop it off for Kevin Carr. Sits, three, too strong. Guthrie will save it, and he's fouled. That's going to be on Jacob Lee.
We'll go to the line to shoot the 1-on-1.
That'll be his second personal. It is the 9th team foul on Cleburne County, so White Plains will be in the double bonus after this free throw attempt by Jared Guthrie. And once Guthrie makes this one, he'll get the second one. So the lead all the way up to 18 right now for White Plains.
A bit of frustration setting in on Cleburne County right now.
Jared will make them both. And the Tigers, only one basket so far in this second quarter, and we've played over 3 minutes. Here's Blake outside, loses the ball. Eli Hightower with the steal. He'll find Jared Guthrie, spots up, here's a three, good! And timeout taken by the Tigers. All White Plains here in quarter number 2. They lead it 34-12 on FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Tom Young and all the attorneys of Young, Wolstein, Jackson, and Whittington are some of the most experienced and respected attorneys in the area. Their firm specializes in personal injury, insurance fraud, workers' compensation, Social Security disability, real estate, and corporate law. The law firm of Young, Wolstein, Jackson, and Whittington. Call them at 256-235-2240.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Cleburne County with the quick timeout. White Plains has put together quite a run to start this second quarter of play. They were up by only one late in that first quarter. Since that time, it has been the Wildcats pushing in the lead all the way out to 22 points over the Cleburne County Tigers. Jacob Lee now with the basketball. Drops it in for Robinson. Loses the ball. Another steal by the White Plains Cats defense. Guthrie going to bring it back up the floor for White Plains.
Last update we had, Sachs trimmed the lead. It's now 34-30 Jacksonville with about 5 minutes to go.
Hightower, another bomb from the outside.
4 threes in the half. Technical foul. I must have said something after it. Oh, man.
And they teed up Murphy, or he teed up Eli.
Yeah.
So that will be the second personal, I believe, on Hightower. Jacob Lee will shoot the free throws for Cleburne County.
I don't think Coach Randall said too much to him about it.
And Eli kind of has a sheepish look on his face.
Yeah, I didn't see
anything really happen. I don't know.
Or what he did.
So the first free throw good by Jacob Lee. One more coming up. And, of course, the Tigers will have the basketball. 37-13 the lead now. Still a 24-point game.
Coach Randall just said something back to him, and the referee laughed about it, so I don't think Coach Randall's getting on him too bad.
So Cleburne County will inbound it from midcourt after the foul. They're going to get Hightower out of the ball game right now. Also checking out is Marquez Wyatt. No, actually, yeah, they didn't want Eli out of the game, but he is now. And there is a quick three, and knocking it down from the corner, McCain Carley.
Yeah, he hasn't. That's his first few seconds of the game, comes in and bang, hits a three. Hasn't played the whole half.
Ball tipped out of bounds. It'll stay White Plains. I like the Kurt Ramdas look, too.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yep.
Remember him with the Lakers?
Oh, man, he was.
Tough as nails.
Yeah, he was. He was aggravate the stew out of you.
Yes, he would. And now we get a whistle on a foul.
Macy hooked him, I believe, trying to get free.
So it'll be Cleburne County with the basketball after the foul by White Plains. And so the Tigers with a chance to put together a little bit of run off of the technical free throws. And now the turnover by White Plains. Here's Blake, handed off. And the three, of course, buried by this young man, Carlisle. And there is Joshua Brown feeding it over to brother Chad. Misses the shot. Kick it back out for Guthrie, and the Wildcats will have it coming the other way. Jared Guthrie spin move in the lane. One-hander. Travels.
Yeah.
So White Plains getting a little sloppy here late in this second quarter. 3:38 remaining in the quarter. We'll have a timeout on the floor. It's Wildcats basketball here on FNN, the Friday Night Network.
J.F. Morgan General Contractor in Anniston is one of the area's leading commercial builders. Whether it's a landmark restaurant, sports stadium and facilities, school or church project, large industrial sites, or community-oriented service facilities, look around and you'll see our work everywhere. From start to finish at J.F. Morgan General Contractor, trust is just one of the things we build well. Located at 1110 Jones Road in Anniston, J.F. Morgan General Contractor.
Anniston Storage is one of the area's finest household and commercial storage facilities. Fenced, well lit with security cameras, this multi-unit facility can meet all of your short or long-term storage needs. Anniston Storage is safely accessible 24 hours with an electric gate and keypad entry, each unit securely locked to protect your valuables. Sizes available are 10 by 10 up to 10 by 40 feet. We also offer outside storage for boats, campers, trailers, or motorhomes. Find everything you need at our website, AnnistonStorage.com. You can even reserve your unit and pay your bill. Anniston Storage, 3100 Red Morris Parkway in Anniston. Welcome back here to White Plains, where the Wildcats enjoying a 21-point advantage over the Cleburne County Tigers, but a couple of turnovers in a row for White Plains, a little bit of sloppy basketball. The Tigers with a chance to get it back under 20 here this trip down. Blake will have it. Hands it out to Carlisle. And a stolen by Lawrence Jackson. Here comes Jackson. Oh, what a dish to Macy Carr. Couldn't handle the pass. Throws it away. It'll belong to White Plains. 3 consecutive turnovers.
May have been one too many passes there.
Yeah.
And Coach Randall telling him, you should have just shot the layup there. Yeah, that's just a case of him just being unselfish. And sometimes we saw that with Lawrence. He'd rather make the pass and shoot, Grady.
Yep, he really would. Here is Joshua Brown outside. Give it to Blake. Blake's going to drive and misses the shot. Tip back out. Murphy Doss has it. Murphy's going to bring it up the floor. He'll wisely hand it back to Hightower back in the game.
I was like, please get to guard. Please get to guard.
Jackson throws it away. It's stolen again by the Tigers. And quickly back down the floor are the Wildcats. Jackson knocks it away. It's on the floor, picked up by Blake. Misses the shot, fouled by Macy Carr.
I think that may be 3 on Macy now.
3 on Macy, you're right. And that is 8 team fouls now on the Wildcats. And Cleburne County indeed with a chance to knock this below 20. And I think that is 4 or 5 consecutive turnovers now for the Wildcats. And Coach Randall talked about no live ball turnovers tonight. Well, they're not pleasing him right now.
No, they're not.
Jackson Guthrie checks out. Macy Carr checks out. Kevin Carr is back in the ball game for White Plains. Also, Jared Guthrie back in the game as well. Blake makes them both. It is a 19-point lead for the Wildcats here as we are under 3 to go in the second quarter. Here is Jared Guthrie over the left wing, going to be cut off. Comes back outside for Hightower. Back to Guthrie and White Plains. Working hard in the lane is Guthrie. Dish it down to Murphy Doss. He's wide open.
Jared doing a great job penetrating, drawing the defense to him and finding the open man. Doing his job.
Push that lead back to 21. Carlisle with it. Top of the key. Pass tipped. Rescued by Blake over on the left wing now for Cleburne County. He's going to fire it down along the baseline and give it right back to him. Stripped away by Murphy Doss. And here comes Lawrence Jackson as Brown tries to take it from him. Guthrie's wide open, sets himself. 3 is short. Jackson with the rebound. Lawrence goes back up strong and lays it in.
He got the memo from Coach Randall. You get it, you shoot it.
Yep. The Wildcats now push that lead back up once again. 23-point game. Here is the Tiger offense. Dish it down low. Swafford will get the little runner off the baseline to fall. Lead 21 with a minute and a half to go for the Wildcats here in the second quarter. Here's Guthrie with it. Going to penetrate. Cut off. Back outside. Hightower. Eli, who has been red hot, will give it back off to Guthrie. Finds Hightower outside. Little pump fake. Gets in the lane. Little short jumper. Drops it in. So he can hit from 2-point range as well.
Yeah, we didn't know if he could shoot from 2-point land here today. 4 or 5 from 3-point range and 1 or 1 from 2-point land.
Now Blake on the other end in the lane. He will try to answer. Shot too strong. Rebounded by Hightower. Wildcats will have it. Here comes Eli. Fired ahead to Guthrie. He's open for a 3. Good! Downtown for Jared Guthrie.
That's 2 threes for him. He's had a big second quarter.
And it's a
got 10 points.
26-point advantage for the Wildcats here with 40 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And what an offensive performance here.
Yeah, we're really shooting the ball well.
Swafford over to Brown. Kick it outside. Carlisle wide open. Look for a three. That was too strong. And the rebound by Lawrence Jackson. Fires it ahead for Hightower. He will lay it in. And the Wildcats push the lead to 28.
16 points in the half for Hightower.
It's Carlisle. Doss on him. Over Jackson. Lays it in. And that's 5 points here in limited playing time for McCain Carlisle. Lawrence Jackson quickly back into front court. 3 seconds. Jackson dish it off to Doss, lays it in. White Plains at the half-century mark after one half of play over the Cleburne County Tigers by 50-22 count. It's Wildcats basketball on FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Is your business growing and now you need a new and bigger building? Has your organization outgrown their facility and now it's time to expand? Do your hobbies require the need for more space? If you're paying rent, but now you want the advantages of owning, the prospect of financing, construction, and on-time completion may seem out of your reach. General Steel Corporation has the answer.
A pre-engineered steel building from the General will not only look great and satisfy almost any need, but you'll save time and money. Our team will help you create your building and deliver it to your location. We offer design services to help you present your concept to board members, bankers, or for fundraising. And the General can even help with financing.
General Steel is a name you know, with quality backed by a 50-year structural warranty. Call today and find out how easy it is to have the building you want.
You may even save up to $20,000 with rebates. If you need space, you need the General.
Professional Apothecary has been the Talladega area's trusted hometown pharmacy for generations. We can meet all your prescription and insurance needs. Plus, you'll find all the basic over-the-counter medications. There's a full line of support hose, and don't forget to check out our Dollar Saver shelf. When it comes to medical supplies, Professional Apothecary has you covered. You'll find everything from mobility needs to home and portable oxygen, CPAP equipment and supplies, easy lift chairs, and a full line of Dr. Comfort shoes.
Thank you for shopping at Professional Apothecary.
Just off the square in Talladega.
When you wait forever for the cable guy, you get bored. When you get bored, you start staring out windows. When you start staring out windows, you see things you shouldn't see. When you see things you shouldn't see, you need to vanish. When you need to vanish, you fake your own death. When you fake your own death, you dye your eyebrows. And when you dye your eyebrows, you attend your own funeral as a guy named Phil Shifley. Don't attend your own funeral as a guy named Phil Shifley. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV.
Call Customer First Satellite in Oxford. Oops, had a fender bender? Have them tow it or take it yourself to Wesley's Paint and Body. Baker Reynolds and his guys have been this area's go-to team for quality automotive body repair and paint work for years. All makes and models, foreign or domestic. They take them crashed and make them look like new. And with Wesley's larger new facility, including 2 full-size paint booths, they can get you fixed up fast. Always free estimates, best price on repair work, insurance claims welcomed, and service with a smile. That's Wesley's Paint and Body, Highway 78 East in Anniston.
Have you got the new car itch but don't want to take the plunge with a brand new car? How about getting the most car for the money at Avery Auto Sales? They have a large selection of cars with even some 2014s in the mix. And if you're worried about your credit, don't. They can help get you back on your credit feet with guaranteed approval. Check them out online at AveryAutoSales.net. Then when you see something you like, call them at 256-835-8897 for a test drive. Or just go by. Avery Auto Sales is located on Highway 78 East between Highway 78 and Snow Street in Oxford. That's Avery Auto Sales. Here to White Plains High School, halfway point of this one. White Plains in control right now. They lead it 50-22, and I'm privileged to have as a special guest here at halftime one of the really good guys in high school football around these parts or anywhere in the state of Alabama. He's the head coach for the Cleburne County Tigers, Coach Michael Short. And you and I have been through a few games together, or at least I've got to watch you go through a few games over the years.
Yeah, we have, and you've always done a good job. And I don't know about one of the good guys, but I know you are, and you're a good friend of mine, and I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you a little bit tonight.
Well, I wanted to catch up with you and talk about the honor that came down after the season, named Coach of the Year, and I can't think of anybody that was more deserving of that award than you with the job you've done at Cleburne County this year and over the years, and I know that had to be a very gratifying award for you.
Well, it was special, and of course all the honor and glory goes to our kids and our assistant coaches. I'm just a glorified cheerleader over there. I've been that way for a long time. I've got great assistant coaches. I got great players, got a great administration, and they do a good job supporting us. And it's been a dream. The award after the last year that I had was a little challenging, but you know, if I didn't step up and do what we're supposed to do, I wouldn't be doing what I preach. And I preached to our kids about facing adversity the right way and keep attacking it and going after it. So I'm pleased with the way the season ended up for us. Looks like we got still a bright future ahead of us. Don't know if we're going to be 4A or 5A, but it doesn't matter. Wherever you put us, we'll go in there and play the best we can, play hard, and represent Heflin the right way.
Well, I don't know that people that are listening and watching not understand what it takes to sustain consistency, especially at the high school level, and the Tigers are good year in and year out. You're always going to be right there in the mix for a region championship. You're always in the postseason, and that's hard to do because you're not going out and just recruiting who you want to. You're not signing five-star athletes. You're having to take what you got coming up and work with them. And well, you and the staff, you've always done an outstanding job with that.
Well, I appreciate that. And in our community, it's easy to coach in Cleburne County. Those kids love football and they love coming to work every day. And we started the Monday after when we got finished, and they've started working hard. And you know, it's just it's very competitive out there now. There's a lot of good football teams. And, you know, if we go up into 5A or wherever we stay, it's going to be competitive, and our kids believe they can win, and we expect to have another good season next year.
What do you think? You have any thoughts on that, as whether you think it will be 5A or 4A? Do you have any kind of gut feeling on that?
I have a gut feeling that we'll be in the 5A. I just don't know where to be, south or north. I'm hoping north just because of travel. You've dealt with that with us, and being in the south, it's not fun. It's not enjoyable at all. It kills, to me, high school football, and the money at the gates are awful. But we'll do wherever they put us.
Yeah, it's tough. The travel time, you almost have to face it it's like playoffs. You have to get buses to travel because you're looking at 2+ hour rides to go south, and there are no natural rivalries, and it's just really tough on the program.
Look, it takes us 3.5 hours to get to the northeast corner of the state of Alabama. It takes me 3 hours to get to Greenville, and that was only part of the way to Thomasville. That's only halfway to Andalusia and places like that. So, you know, we're excited. Wherever we're at, we'll do what we got to do, and that's what's exciting.
Certainly lends itself 5A, especially if you went north to some of the old traditional rivalries. You're back with an Alexandria in that area. It could be a really good, fun area to play in.
A lot of people don't like it, but, you know, if we go 5A into the north, that's a lot of the people we've played before anyway, so let's just go and have a good time doing it.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you taking just a few minutes with me tonight. And how's the knee? Did you try to get in on the action or something to tear that knee up? How'd that happen?
I'm too old for that, but they tore my ACL. Don't know exactly when, but I had it fixed after the season, December 1st. So I'm 6 weeks out. So it's doing a lot better. Hopefully I can get this brace off and get to moving around. But at least I know now what my players go through, so I may not holler at them as much.
I understand. Well, thanks so much. Always a pleasure to catch up with you. Good friend of mine, and appreciate you over the years so much.
Well, I appreciate you, and I appreciate what y'all do for all the high school sports around. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Coach. That's Coach Michael Short, head coach for the Cleburne County Tigers football team and for a Coach of the Year. We'll grab a timeout. We're back with the second half coming up on FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Welcome to Calhoun County, Alabama, your natural attraction. We have invigorating outdoor activities, amazing cultural sites, mouth-watering food, and southern hospitality, all wrapped into one amazing vacation destination. Whether you're looking for a relaxing overnight getaway or for a one-of-a-kind escapade, Calhoun County boasts an incredible selection of outdoor recreational opportunities. Calhoun County is the natural attraction, centrally located between Atlanta and Birmingham, with plenty of fun and memories waiting to be made. Come to Calhoun County, Alabama, a natural attraction.
Hey guys, welcome to Top of the River. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. We're where families come for fresh seafood, delicious steaks, and farm-raised catfish. There's great appetizers, our famous greens, cornbread, slaw, onions, and everybody loves our fried dill pickles. We also have private rooms, reservation seating, and handle large parties. And we now offer on-site catering.
Thank you for coming to Top of the River.
Open 7 days a week.
Best catfish in the world.
Let's swing it down to the floor. Colton Howard is caught up with head coach Chris Randall.
Coach, you guys go the half up big. Any personnel adjustments?
No, not really. No personnel adjustments. We're going to start back with the regular guys, but really proud of the way we took care of the ball. I thought Jared played his best half of the year. He scored 12, but, man, the way he ran the team, the way he distributed the basketball, found open shooters, diving on the floor. I thought his effort was just wonderful. Eli, of course, with 4 threes, had 16. Kevin ran the floor good. Just total team effort in the first half. Hard to play much better than that for us.
So nothing y'all want to improve upon in the second?
Well, we want to keep playing fast. We want to get our younger guys in the game some, get Brett Beaver a lot of work. So look to playing a lot of people in the second half.
Appreciate it, Coach. Good luck.
All right, that's head coach Chris Randall. His team up 28 here at the break. And Jason, really a pleasure at halftime to have a few minutes to sit down with Coach Michael Short. You don't find a better person in athletics than Coach Short. And the year he went through, and the things he dealt with to be named Coach of the Year, there is nobody more deserving of that honor than him.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear that interview when we have the replay on FNN. I had the pleasure covering Cleburne County they're in their playoff games, and I tell you, he's such a busy man on Thursday and Friday. He's getting ready for a playoff game, and he took the time out to call me and spent about 20, 25 minutes on the phone with me answering any question I wanted to ask. And just a nice man and an excellent football coach, well-deserving of the Coach of the Year award.
Steal by Stacion Henson, and he almost loses it himself. He'll get it back in. Ware will have it. Now Blake will get it for the Tigers, and they'll go back to work down by 28. Robinson will shoot over Murphy. Doss misses it. Doss will clear the rebound for White Plains. And I had the privilege of covering Cleburne County for a lot of years and have spent a lot of time with Coach Short, and just love the man. Absolutely.
Yeah, he became good friends with him,
Oh,
and the people in Cleburne County are just good people over there. As you see, Jackson starting things off the right way.
Now a 31-point game for the Wildcats. I want to remind you, third quarter action presented by J.F. Morgan General Contractor, 1110 Jones Road in Anniston. Trust is just one of the things that they build well. Shot on the other end for Jeremiah Blake. 831-5204, the number for J.F. Morgan General Contractor. And that will pull it back with that 3 to a 28-point lead for the Cats.
I like what Coach Randall said about Jared Guthrie. Had his best half of the year. I second that. I really do. Even though he had that big quarter over there in that championship game of that Thanksgiving tournament, really had a good half. Defensively, offensively, handling the ball, and just remarkable play there.
Missed the 3 on the other end. Looked like a little contact on the arm. Lee will try to get the 3 off. Rebound by Henson. Now here is Ware, and we're going to have a whistle, and looks like we'll have a foul whistled against the Wildcats, and that'll be on Jared Guthrie. That'll be his first personal, I believe, and it'll be the first team foul on White Plains here in the second half. Now, Mr. Official, question for you. The rule in the state, White Plains was up by 31 a minute ago. So will you have a running clock in the fourth quarter, or does it have to touch 30 in the quarter?
See, that rule was implied after I got out of officiating. That's an excellent question. It really is, and I'll need to find that out. And I guess we'll find out once we get to the fourth quarter, but I'll try to find that out by next game.
Another one by Eli Hightower. Any doubt that it was going to go down?
This shooters roll all the way.
And that'll build the lead back to 30 once again for White Plains here in the third quarter. Cleburne County with it. There's Lee. He will move. Shot over Kevin Carr, and Carr will commit the foul. Jacob Lee to the line to shoot 2 now for the Tigers, as that will be the second team foul on the Wildcats here in the third quarter.
That rule, that 30-point rule, helped extend officials' calling careers out a little bit more. If it had been in place when I have, because there's a lot of games that you call that are blowouts that really need that 30-point rule. It's one of the best rules that they put in the game.
Second personal on Kevin Carr. He'll check out. I think that it's if it touches 30 in the second half, it was a running clock in the fourth quarter, I think.
That may be right.
But I may be wrong.
Well, I can't see them. What if that gap closes big time? You cut it within 10. Do you still?
And I may be wrong.
So we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll have to learn the specifics on that. Lee makes the free throw, so that cuts the lead back to 28 for White Plains. And the Wildcats will go back to work. Full court pressure from Cleburne County. Long pass down to Lawrence Jackson. Goes baseline, kick it back out to Kevin Carr. Nice feed. He lays it in.
It's like he knew he was coming. I had eyes in the back of his head.
So Henson and the Tigers will go back to work. And Jared Guthrie knocks it away. Oh,
man.
dives trying to catch the ball and knocks it out of bounds. Great
Laying it
hustle
all on
play.
the line. Laying it all on the line. Golly.
In a 30-point game.
You can't teach that either, Grady.
No.
That's just something that it's all heart.
So back to work go the Tigers. Interesting to note with Coach Short, not sure if it's going to be a 4A or a 5A Cleburne County program next year. I think probably 5A.
Really?
From what I'm hearing. And that's a turnover by the Tigers. Nope, it was off the hands of White Plains, but that would be a great region if they go 5A North.
It would. It would. I was just looking at Jared Guthrie's arm. He's going to have a nice strawberry on that left arm.
He's not worried. He's
ain't.
Young and tough. Young and tough. Here go the Tigers back to work. Henson with the shot missed, put back up and in by Chad Brown for the Tigers. Cut the lead back to 28 now for White Plains. Lawrence Jackson tries to go to Murphy Doss. Stolen there by Blake, but he steps on the baseline. So that'll be a turnover. It'll go back the other way for White Plains. Wholesale substitution. Swafford is in. Joshua Brown is in, and McCain Carlisle is in for the Cleburne County Tigers. Lob it over the defense into Murphy Doss. Hand it out. Hightower with a three. Yes!
Oh, my goodness.
Mike, how many is that tonight for Eli Hightower?
Red hot. That's six three-pointers for Hightower.
Gracious, what a shooting performance tonight. Carlisle will drop it in the corner for Swafford. Swafford picks up the dribble, comes back up top side. Here's Joshua Brown. His three misses everything. It'll be White Plains basketball. Brad Beaver will check in the game for White Plains. Murphy Doss will get a little breather. Jackson Guthrie will check in, and Jared will check out. So all White Plains all night long tonight. Just an unbelievable shooting expedition. It has rained threes tonight.
Jared and Eli just continuing what he did at the beach. I don't know if he brought some of that sand back with him.
Beach makes everything better when you get to go. Beaver will lay it in.
We need to make sure that we get to go next year.
33-point game now for the Cats as we'll go under 4 minutes here in the third quarter. Carlisle, hop step in the lane. Thought it might have been a travel.
That's a big old hop step.
That was a big old hop step. Whew. No need to call anything at this point. Here is Lawrence Jackson, baseline, and he steps on the baseline, so that'll be a turnover for the Cats, unless that was a foul. It was a foul. And that'll be Joshua Brown with the push. His second. Team's first, and that'll be our media timeout. White Plains up by 31 here on FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Oh, you got one of those insurance apps too? You know how this thing works?
No, sorry. Not an app, it's my agent.
In this moment,
No, I'm fine, thanks.
it's good to know you have a trusted, independent auto owner's insurance agent who's there when you need them.
Great. Man, I gotta get one of those.
Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people.
Calhoun Insurance in Oxford is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Serving Calhoun County for over 30 years, Crawford Office Supply offers selection, convenience, and low prices. Choose from a wide variety of office furnishings featured in their huge showroom. With savings of 50 to 70% off scratch and dent items. You'll find it all from pens and paper to janitorial supplies at Crawford Office Supply, including on-site printing, all backed up by unmatched personal service and free delivery to local business. Crawford Office Supply, 301 South Layton Avenue in Anniston. Remember, buy local, it matters.
After the media timeout, White Plains with the basketball. Get it in for Wyatt to Guthrie. Jackson hands it off now for Lawrence Jackson, and LJ will move with the ball over to the right side. Kicks it out. Oh, Peyton Morgan not going to be able to chase that one down. Again, remember, J.F. Morgan General Contractor, sponsors of third quarter action here on the Friday Night Network. Of course, located at 1110 Jones Road in Addison. Trust is just one of the things they build well. That's J.F. Morgan General Contractor, 831-5284. Tigers off the White Plains turnover with the basketball. Joshua Brown getting in, stolen by Brett Beaver. Good defense there by the Cats, and they will push it back up the floor. Handed down into Beaver. It's knocked away. And that's Brown with it. Joshua will have it. Handed off to Chad. Brown runs the floor, misses a shot. Rebound on the backside by Wyatt. And the Wildcats quickly back up the floor with the basketball. Over to Jackson. Fires it down to Beaver. Couldn't handle it. It's on the floor. It's out of bounds off of McCain Carlisle of the Tigers. So it'll be White Plains basketball.
Double technical on Horton for Jacksonville and Smith for Sachs. I believe Sachs leads with 40 seconds left, 55-52.
Woo. Jackson in deep, blocked by Robinson, and that'll be chased down by Swafford. Well, we know Jacksonville has somebody that can hit the three.
Yeah.
And we have a travel call now on Chad Jordan. Or Chad Brown, excuse me. And it'll be White Plains basketball. Tigers putting back in a number of the starters. Henson is back in. Ware is back in along with Blake. And for White Plains right now, the 5 on the floor, Beaver, Guthrie, that's Jackson Guthrie, Peyton Morgan in there, Marquez Wyatt, and Kevin Carr back on the floor now for White Plains. Kevin working it in, handed out to Jackson Guthrie, top of the key, moves with the ball, hand it back to Carr. And gets the screen help, kick it out to Morgan. Peyton moves with the ball in the lane, kicked. Saved by Jackson Guthrie. He gets in the lane, now finds himself open, and the layup won't go. Rebounded by Jeremiah Blake of the Tigers. And there goes Blake. Stolen on the pass by Marquez Wyatt. His body's all over the place. Marquez Wyatt going to get free on the baseline. He'll kiss it off the glass and lay it in.
Marquez Wyatt, the senior, had a good night last night. 7 points. Played a lot of minutes.
Here's Lee with it. Give it back. And now the late foul. Going to be whistled on Marquez Wyatt as he commits a foul against Noah Ware of the Tigers. And we just got a text from our good friend Jeff Bradshaw, who says that the Alabama mercy rule is for the fourth quarter only. So it's got to touch 30 in the fourth quarter. Thank you, Jeff. Yep. Appreciate that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Going to overtime.
So
Sachs and Jacksonville.
So Sachs
55.
got the three-point play at the end.
Yep.
Kevin Carr tries to lay it in, misses the shot, so it'll be rebounded by Blake, and the Tigers come the other way, try to get this under 30. And we give it back out to Blake now. A little head fake and drop it off to Rice. Got a wide open look, misses it, tipped out. Morgan will track it down for White Plains as we go under a minute to go. Behind the back dribble by Peyton.
Yeah.
So a little ball handling skills. Kevin Carr going to move with it in the lane. Off-handed block by Rice. And Rice will have it, get it back over now for Henson. Station will bring it up the floor for Cleburne County. Off to Blake. Jeremiah hands it back to Ware. He'll come in the corner, head fake. That's Station. Two-pointer on the way. Off the back of the iron. Morgan tips it, keeps it alive. Beaver comes down with it for White Plains. And 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 31-point game. Macy Carr over the defense. Short. Rebounded by Blake. 18 to go here in the third quarter. Jeremiah Blake going to take it to the hole, drop it in. It is a 29-point game. So we need a basket before the end of the third quarter. Kevin Carr to Marquez Wyatt with 6 seconds to go here in the third. Ball knocked away. Belongs to Cleburne County.
Dylan McCreef will get his first playing time. McAreef. So all 5 players on the floor off the bench.
Blake at the buzzer, nails it. My goodness, a three, about almost a half-court shot, just a little under it for Cleburne County.
Put a little hot sauce on that one.
Yes, he did. So it is a 26-point lead for White Plains after 3. It's on F. And we welcome you back here to White Plains High School as a little technical difficulty. Do we need to tell them how the technical difficulty happened?
You can.
Okay, Coach Short unplugged the plug over in the wall.
Yeah.
So we're back at White Plains up 67-40 now. Missed a couple of free throws by Robinson for the Tigers. Of course, that shot dropped in there by the Wildcats. Here's Robinson again. Beaver over the back will commit the foul.
I think that knee brace caught that cord and jerked it out, I believe.
I didn't see him bend over and unplug it. I can't, say that for sure. So
he wouldn't do that.
We'll go with that. No, he wouldn't do that. Robinson back at the free throw line. His second trip here in the last couple of possessions. Makes another one. Cuts the lead back to 26 for White Plains. As the clock stops with 7:06 to go because the lead is not at 30. Has to be at 30 in the fourth quarter for the running clock. That's the Alabama mercy rule. Again, that courtesy of Jeff Bradshaw. Free throw missed. And Peyton Morgan clears the rebound for White Plains. Wyatt moves with it. Finger roll, makes the shot.
What a beautiful shot.
And the lead is 28 for the Wildcats.
One more.
He missed a couple of point-blank ones, and he makes the most difficult one of the night, does Quez Bryant. Good shot there for Marquez. And there's an outside look, travels. So there is a possibility right now. We could see the lead go to 30 and the clock run the rest of the night. And I think everybody in the building would be good with that.
I think so.
Wyatt.
Except for the subs on the floor. They want to play.
They want to play. Wyatt picks up the dribble. Inside look to Beaver. Kick it back out to Marquez. He is going to go. Off-handed layup won't go. Robinson with the rebound. Here come the Tigers. That's Blake with it. Jeremiah will hand it back now for Swafford. Swafford will dish it off to Blake. Long three, misses everything. Saved in by Robinson. Right to Beaver, though. Brett will fire it ahead for Morgan. And here come the Wildcats again. A chance to get it back to the 30-point mark. Chad Brown all over Peyton Morgan. Now McAreath with it to Beaver in the lane. Give it back outside to Dillon. And swing it around for Bryant. Now to McAreath on the outside. Picks up the dribble. Give it back to Wyatt. He will elevate for a three. Good! And he draws the foul, and the clock is going to run.
In a big way. I don't think they understand the 4:30 in the morning thing.
No.
But Quez is going to get a brownie for that one, though, I think, from you.
I'll buy him a brownie myself for that shot.
Man, three-point play and gets fouled all in the same time. Let's see if he can complete the four-point play.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of those.
Pumo
makes it, but with a lane violation. And that was on Macy Carr.
That was Robert Howell that called that. I'm going to have to get him for that.
Yeah, we had a chance for it. We made the free throw for a 4-point play.
How many times does a player get a chance to do that? Not many during his career. And Quez is a senior, too.
Lee with it, swing it over for Blake. Quick first step, blocked by Brett Beaver, though. And White Plains back to work. They lead it by 31. Marquez going to hand it over to McAreath, and it's thrown away, so turnover. Go the other way for the Tigers.
It's good. The starters are getting rest.
Yeah.
We got 2 more big games rest this week. Pleasant Valley, and then back home, Sacs on Friday night.
Of course, Sacs in a real tight tussle with Jacksonville right now. That game in overtime up in Jacksonville tonight. And that's a huge area game for both of those teams. And, of course, if you're a White Plains fan, you wouldn't mind seeing Sacs lose that from an area standpoint. The thing you most want to do is win the area and get to host.
Horton hits a three to tie it up at 58 with 28.4 seconds left in overtime.
So only 3 points scored in overtime for each team.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that one plays out. And the free throw dropped in by Lee. And we've got the media timeout. It stops the clock on us. It's our fault. We apologize. 72-43. White Plains leads it over the Cleburne County Tigers on FNN, the Friday Night Network. Have you got the new car itch but don't want to take the plunge with a brand new car? How about getting the most car for the money at Avery Auto Sales? They have a large selection of cars with even some 2014s in the mix. And if you're worried about your credit, don't. They can help get you back on your credit feet with guaranteed approval. Check them out online at AveryAutoSales.net. Then when you see something you like, call them at 256-835-8897 for a test drive. Or just go by. Avery Auto Sales is located on Highway 78 East between Highway 78 and Snow Street in Oxford. That's Avery Auto Sales. Anniston Storage is one of the area's finest household and commercial storage facilities. Fenced, well lit with security cameras, this multi-unit facility can meet all of your short or long-term storage needs. Anniston Storage is safely accessible 24 hours with an electric gate and keypad entry, each unit securely locked to protect your valuables. Sizes available are 10 by 10 up to 10 by 40 feet. We also offer outside storage for boats, campers, trailers, or motorhomes. Find everything you need at our website, AnistonStorage.com. You can even reserve your unit and pay your bill. Anniston Storage, 3100 Red Morris Parkway in Anniston. Welcome back here to White Plains High School. The Wildcats on top, 72-43. In control of this one. Clock will run the rest of the way, barring a timeout by either one of the teams.
No more media timeouts.
No more media timeouts here. We're done with those. So, and now Macy Carr and company back to work for White Plains as we will go under 3.5 remaining. Outside for Macari. He will hand it out to Marquez Wyatt. Now Peyton Morgan with the ball. Drops it down for Macy Carr. Going to drive baseline. Fouled as he goes strong to the hole. And he'll go shoot two. And that's on Noah Ware. So Macy Carr at the line as the clock rolls.
You know, everybody but Sachs, this will be our second time around playing all these teams. You know, Cleburne County a little bit better than they were in December. Pleasant Valley, you got to expect them on Thursday night to be better. They play well at home, always have a good home crowd. It's going to be important not to overlook them Thursday night.
No, it's always a tough place to play. We talked about that when they came here to the gym. It is always a rivalry and a physical contest.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And it will be again up there. So you'll be skipping Thursday night. I'll be along with an old familiar voice.
Old Snellgrove going to take my place. I get to go watch my son play, and I appreciate him filling in for me to allow me to do that. If he don't back out. It's still early.
I talked to him earlier tonight, and there's a three outside by Marquez Wyatt. That he was still in, so you're okay.
Good. He's looking forward to it.
Yeah, I look forward to getting to see him as well. Here is the pass outside for Cleburne County. Tigers still working hard. Blocked by Macy Carr. Goes right to Ware, and Noah tries the three, will not go. Over the back call coming up over against Rice as he comes over the top of Brett Beaver, and that will be the fourth team foul on the Tigers, so no shots, and White Plains will inbound it down on the defensive end of the floor. Peyton Morgan will do the honors for the Wildcats.
Grady, White Plains as a team has hit 12 threes tonight.
That's strong. That is strong. Had 50 at the break, and they have slowed things down here in the second half, and just really a lot of substitutions as Beaver is fouled hard underneath. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
That was a good, strong move to the glass there for Beaver.
So, of course, we'll grab some interviews when this one's over. Coach Randall and maybe some stars of the show here tonight, of which there have been a few. Jared Guthrie, Eli Hightower, just to name a few. It's been a good overall night, and White Plains, most importantly, moving to 3-0 in area play.
That is big. That is big.
And you're just trying to position yourself right now. Free throws are no good from Beaver. Rebound comes off for Ware, and the Tigers have it with only 25 seconds remaining. Misses the shot, draws the foul, goes to the line. That'll be on Peyton Morgan.
That'll just about do it.
Yep.
Isn't there a song?
That just about does it. Don't it? A little Vern Gostin.
Vern.
The voice. Ware makes the first. He's got one more to end the game, and that will only determine the final outcome tonight. And he makes them both. So it is a 29-point win here at home for the White Plains Wildcats over the Cleburne County Tigers. The Wildcats move to 3-0 in area play. And they will take on Pleasant Valley on the road in a non-area counter coming up on Thursday night. Then back here for a huge area game as Sachs comes to town. And we don't know the outcome yet of the Sachs and Jacksonville game. They're still in overtime up there at Jacksonville. That one game was tied just a moment ago at 48 apiece. And we'll try to get you a score in that one before we go off the air tonight, as the White Plains Wildcats take care of business.
Sachs with an amazing comeback win over Jacksonville, 59-58 in overtime.
My goodness, wow. Well,
Horton,
Sachs has done that a few times.
Horton, 37 points.
Young man can play.
Yes, he can.
He's this Coach Randall said the best scorer he's seen in 15 years of coaching here in the area, and he certainly did a job tonight. Of course, we're going to get Coach Randall coming up here as we work our way down to the other end of the floor, and as soon as we get him, he'll have a couple of the guys alongside who had big nights tonight as well. Hopefully Colton Howard is there, and hopefully we're just about ready to go. And Colton, if you're ready, let's go ahead and grab Coach Randall.
Where'd he go?
Well, grab Eli then. Well, he's on the bench over here. He's sitting in the stands. Coach Randall has kind of snuck off up there in the stands, and we're ready to go. Colton, you ready for us now? Okay. Colton Howard standing by here with one of the stars of the night, Eli Hightower.
Eli, you started the game off big with a couple three-pointers. How you feeling?
It was good. It felt good to come right off the start of the game and hit a few shots to get us going.
What kind of tempo did y'all set tonight when y'all started off fast like that?
When we started off fast, it really got us going, made a couple shots, get everybody else pumped up.
All right, that's Eli Hightower. Had a big game tonight. Now Coach Randall standing by with Colton Howard.
Coach, not looking ahead or anything, but Friday night y'all have got a big matchup against Sachs. What's a game like this do for y'all's confidence going into that?
It really, especially winning without Michael Scott and other guys that hadn't been playing as many minutes, like Jackson played real good, and Brett came in and gave us some good minutes. Macy, of course, is playing really well. And to be able to do that with not having one of your best players, second leading scorer, gives us a lot of confidence. This gets us to 3-0 in the area. So we still have 2 games of Sachs, 1 game with Jacksonville. They don't get any bigger than Friday. I mean, Sachs is very good. They only got 2 losses. Sachs and Jacksonville played tonight, so I'm very interested to see who won that game. But the whole deal is to win that area and get to host the area tournament played on our floor, Richard Madden Court, White Plains, Alabama, USA. We want that tournament right here. So those area games don't get any bigger than that.
Yes, sir. Coach, congratulations.
Colton, you can pass along to Coach that Sachs won by a point tonight. 59-58 in overtime over Jacksonville. Of course, Jason, great game tonight. Big win for the Wildcats. They take care of business here at home, move to 3-0 in area play. And, of course, next on the agenda will be Thursday night at Pleasant Valley.
Ought to be a good game down in the valley. And look forward to seeing y'all back here Friday night.
Yeah, for a huge game with Sachs. Our next broadcast Thursday night from Pleasant Valley will be on the air just before 6 p.m. here on FNN, the Friday Night Network.